Hi, and welcome to my video. My name is Emil. I've had this channel for a while and I've played some weird songs in the past. I think it's time to reboot it though and start off with the worst possible way to start. I'm actually going to show you the end. This is what it all came down to for me after trying dozens of amps, playing and trading, buying and wasting a lot of money. But this is what it all came down to. It's stupid. It's like having a car channel and then showing the final product. I mean, yeah, maybe you want to see all the rebuilding and stuff going on. But that's the way it happened this time. So this is after a lot of playing and researching and stuff. This is what it all came down to: the Mesa Boogie Mark V and this very special Marshall, the 73 Super Lead. However, it's modded by Tommy Folkesson. That's the Swedish version of like Friedman or Mike 14 or yeah, stuff like that. It's a fairly well-known mod here in Sweden, and what he's done is he's added 4 channel to it. A clean channel sounds very good. The crunch, which I'm gonna use today, is basically stockish Marshall, how these should sound. And then he also has like a lead and stuff channel. I don't use that. The thing I love about this one, which I use a lot, is the way he solved the problem with the effects loop, about having let's say a delay in the effects loop. If you stick a delay in a Super Lead reissue, it sounds bad. It's because a lot of the distortion in these old amps happens in the power tube section. That's the way they're built. So it still sounds, if you crank it up, it still sounds like you're putting the delay in front of the amp before distortion, which is not so good, I think. Some people like it, but I don't. What he's done in this one is adding a Class A power section right before the effects loop, so you still get all the power distortion goodness before the delay, so it sounds clean and large. Yeah, so that's why I like the mod. When I bought it, I thought about maybe returning it to stock, but then the effects loop mod is just so good, so I'll keep it. And the way it sounds in the crunch channel is basically the same as an original Marshall. So yeah, sound wise, this is what I want, what I'm after. The Mark V I got quite recently. I traded my tri-axis 290 rig for it, and I wasn't really impressed when I first tried it. It was lacking something, and I mean it's a much more complicated amp. I mean the Marshall is just one knob and you're good to go. This is like a lot of fine tuning and at the time I was at home, so I couldn't crank it, and it just sounded wrong for me. So I was a little disappointed because I really liked Mesa Boogies. I really liked the tri-axis and the 290 rig. It was really simple to use in all its complexity and always worked great live, and it was so playable and stuff. However, when I sat down with the amp a little bit more and was able to crank up the power section, crank up the output, it just sounded amazing. I mean, it blew me away. I had to take a break and just sit down and think about what happened. This is unreal. So yeah, I'm definitely keeping this one. So I'm gonna play today. I'm not gonna compare. I mean, try to get the same sound out of these two amps because they're very different amps. So it's not fair for either one of them. So I'm just gonna get my favorite sound out of each amp, then play it. And I mean, I like to compare stuff. So I mean, this video is as much for me trying to hear stuff and decide what I like for a different situation as much as it is for you. I mean, if you're thinking about buying something of these, I mean, I've watched 1,000 comparison videos during a couple of years when I've been tone chasing. So I mean, it's a cool way to get to know amps before you buy them. So I'm gonna set up a cool sound in the first channel, and the crunch channel, and the lead or Mark II C+ channel, which I like. Just guitar straight in. On the Marshall, however, I like pushing them with a Tubescreamer. So, but I'll show you the clean sound before. And yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna noodle away, maybe play some solos from some music I've done, and yeah, let's start comparing. Okay, just before I start shredding away here, I want to show you the kind of effects I use with the Super Lead. Today I'm gonna only use this home-built Tubescreamer. It's really cool. I love it. It's one of my absolute favorites. I also use this little home-built DOD 250, which is a little bit darker, but it sounds phenomenal on some of my other Marshalls. I have this Yngwie Malmsteen YGM 308, which is DOD 308. It's very bright and thin. It kind of works on this 73 Super Lead because it's quite dark. I mean, the reissue one, which I'm probably gonna compare this one to the reissue in another video. The reissue one is very thin and bright compared to the real deal. So this one works kind of on the old one, I think, not on the reissue one. Too thin. And this is my home-built version of the 308. I like the foot switch look and stuff. Yeah. So in a future video, I'll be comparing these, but I really like the home-built stuff. I mean, it's pedals are simple. I mean, it's not much going on. So if you get decent components, it's much better than what you can buy today, I think. So this Tubescreamer is golden, you know, for me. That's my benchmark. So yeah, let's hear it. Let's go over the signal chain real quick. From the amp, I'm going into the captor. I'm keeping this really simple for this A/B test. Then on to the Avalon M5 preamp. Through the LN76 compressor, but it's actually not compressing anything. It's just there to add some analog feel. And then to the Apogee converter into the computer, and I'm using the Wall of Sound plugin for the speaker simulation, which sounds fine for a comparison like this. Yeah.